Like to see me smoke a cigarette. This kind of topic that we're about to talk about, it's really something that, puts stress on my mind so much where it makes my body shake with anger. So I need a cigarette while talking about this topic for sure. Sorry about that, folks. Gotta talk about something that worries me about this app. Not from the app, but from the trolls. The trolls are plotting something, and this ain't gonna be good at all for us on this app. If their plotting and planning goes according to their plan. But, I have belief that it won't work, but also, I've seen some crazy things happen in my life, and so I wouldn't be so surprised if it actually happened. But I would be saddened by it because it's not supposed to happen. The trolls are trying to get us against each other right now more than ever, and in the worst possible way. Been taking care of trolls for a long, basically since I've been on, well, I wanted to say since I've been on the internet, but when it comes down to it, I think like the first 2, 3 years, I didn't pay no attention at all to the trolls at all. I was just trying to figure things out how the internet works for the first 3 years. And then after that, I became a troll because I was just seeing it so much and it looked fun and funny to do, and so I got into it, but I didn't get too into it. See, when I turned 17, I stopped myself from trolling. Why? Not because it's a childish thing to do, because when it comes down to it, if it's like a small form of trolling, it's basically just joking around. But here's the thing, if you keep on trolling for too long, you have a high percent of chance of falling victim to the bad outcome of trolls. The bad path. Really bad path. Their jokes become less jokes and more attacks. And it sucks to see, but like, people have seen this happen. And I guess subconsciously they're replacing the old trolling ways with these crazy trolling ways. These people that got too far involved in trolling, and now their life is just basically a whole troll. And I feel like the younger generations are seeing this and they're thinking this is the norm, the normal trolling. It's really not though. It's not how it started. It's it's basically like the drug of trolling. It really is, and I see people getting hooked to it, and it's not a good sight. Not a good sight at all. Because when it comes down to it, even if it's a low form of trolling, it starts with lying. You have to lie for a joke. You have to push people's buttons for a joke. And if you have to go at someone's suspense for a joke for your own laugh, then you're a sick, sick person, aren't you? And the people you troll, it'll ruin your reputation with them. They won't trust you worth a damn afterwards. I know this because there's like 2 people out there that I've trolled in the past as like a teenager, pulling pranks on, basic online pranks on them. And now they can't see me other than being a troll. And you know what? I don't judge them for that. I don't judge them for that. They're wrong. I'm not a troll anymore. But when it comes down to it, I can't blame them. That's what I meant to say. I can't blame them for thinking that. Because it's like one of those things. Uh, Once you're infected, you're always infected. Once a troll, you're always a troll. That's because trolling has such an addictive thing to it, adrenaline rush kind of deal to it. It's the things that people don't really think about before getting into trolling. Of course, when people are getting trolling, most are kids or teenagers, so of course they're not thinking about the outcome or the bad side of it, and that's okay because they still got developing brains, you know. But this talking about me. Is talking about all you here at viewers at the channel. This talk is for awareness. Awareness. Because from dealing with trolls so long, being a troll myself at the beginning, and today I basically got a troll informant, you know. Whenever trolls try to plan a big plot plan, you know, big joke on the whole world basically, and obviously it's going to cause chaos. I know about it. But I gotta figure out how I gotta tell you all about it, honestly, because I gotta figure out how to do it without sounding crazy, and at the same time I have to do it with a solution, in a way. Maybe not a solution, but an equation for that solution, you know? Like a plan to, a long-term plan to make sure this don't happen. So right now, there's a lot of trolls out there that are trying to put together an online war. A civil war, but online. Now you might be thinking, well, what's so bad about that? People, trust me. Trust me. The people that we're taught about, the crazy and bad people that we're taught about, they're nothing compared to the bad and crazy hackers out there. They're nothing compared to the bad and crazy scammers out there. And that's who this war will involve mostly. The bad of the bad. It would be mayhem. It would be chaos if that actually happened. If the way they had it, the way they want to do it's like this. They want to take it where it's like they're going to go to every platform and try to pin every channel against each other. Like each channel would be its own little army, basically, and the channel creator would be the war general of that army. And what their plan is basically, they're gonna try this at every platform. They want to like make it where it's like us creators will decide that collabing is like the last idea, the last resort, when actually it should be the first resort. It really should be. That's why it worries me that like, because big content creators aren't really thinking the same as small content creators. And it's fair because like, you know, you gotta realize small content creators, we don't get paid for this. Big content creators do get paid. Of course, someday some of us might become big content creators, but once we do, we're not gonna really be thinking about what we need to do to get to the top, which is collabing. That's a big part of it. If you can collab with someone, you don't even have to worry about making a viral video. As long as you collab with the right people, or even a lot of people, you're good to go. But since, you know, that's a thing that's like, you know, last resort, it worries me about these trolls' plan. It's like that's probably where the trolls' plans came from, honestly. They saw how unwilling we are to work with each other. So they're going to use that to their advantage. And it's scary because if, like, the way they have it planned, it's like, man, if you put a smart person on their side, enough smart people on their side, I'm pretty sure they got a few, because, but just a few. But if you had a lot of smart people on their side, the troll side, we'd be in trouble. We really would be. That's the only reason why this ain't popping off right now, and you ain't seeing an online civil war. You're kind of seeing the start of it, honestly. There's a few fires that have to be put out. There really is. And I expect the content creators here on YouTube to band together and work against this fire to put it out. That's the only way we're going to do it. Because if we don't, we will all be engulfed by the flames. And I don't want to die in a stupid way. I don't want to be taken out by a troll. Okay? Obviously, this doesn't mean death. But It's just like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I always say to myself. Like, if I ever die, I don't want to die in a stupid way. Okay? So if I ever get um, beaten, I don't want to get beaten in a stupid way. And if it's a troll beating me, that's a stupid way. I should not be beaten by a troll. Never has, never will. Well, other than the past, when I was back, you know, the last few years of being a troll myself, I got beaten by the trolls in the hardest way. Hardest way. But I didn't quit. Here I am still, exposing their stupid, stupid plans of mass destruction, because that's what basically would do. And it worries me too, because, you'd expect the platform itself to see this happening, and because that's where the information is being shared at. That's where I found this information out, on the same platform, YouTube. I expect YouTube, to take this down, because this is basically asking for a civil war between your content creators, the people that make your platform pop. You know, why would you allow this? We got a wolf in sheep's clothing right now, basically, and they're allowing it, even though it's pretty obvious who's the wolf. It's not even pretty obvious, but it's really obvious. I think what it is like they're trying to figure out everyone involved in it, because there is, prices that have to be paid. Laws, this does go against a lot of laws when they try stuff like this. Um, but the thing is, they don't want to pin it on one person. They want to make sure they get the group of people behind it, which is smart, you know. But it's worrisome because it comes at our suspense, because the longer they wait, their group are smart. I might say they're dumb, but when it comes down to it, they're smart enough to not get caught. They're bad, bad people. Only bad, bad people know how to not get caught by not even thinking about it, okay? At least that's in my opinion. And that's what these trolls do. The troll groups that are together, they'll go working alone, and then they'll try to start their own group basically within the platform. They won't bring their other members with them. Sometimes they do if they're a kid, or a teenager, and they're at just the start of trolling. Of course, and honestly, all the time that's when that happens. But when they're a serious troll and been in the game of trolling for a while, they're not going to bring in their other fellow trolls with it, because they know there's a chance of them going down, and they don't want to bring down their other fellow trolls with them. It's crazy, right? This video on Thanksgiving because I'm thankful for you all, okay? And I'm not thankful for the trolling I did in the past. It was fun at times, but in the long run, there's two people out there that can't trust me as a human anymore. They only view me as a troll, and that sucks. Those two people I'll never be able to entertain throughout my whole life, just because I, lied and played a little joke on them. It sucks, but what can I do? And I can't say they're in the wrong for it, because in the reality of it, I was the one to do the troll. I'm very thankful that I decided not to be a troll anymore at the age of 17. I gave it all up. All of it. As soon as I was removed from Facebook, honestly, I started to, for sure, like cold turkey trolling. Because I didn't want to lie to you all. If I was going to make you all laugh, I'm going to do it with truth. I'm going to do it even if it's hard, the hard way, whatever it takes. I'll do it the comedian style, not the trolling style. Because the trolling style, it give me, the viewers that I don't want, the trolls. And then, I don't know. Either way, we gotta be make sure that if you see your favorite YouTuber in a scrap with another YouTuber, meaning like some beef between them, try to tell your favorite YouTuber, try to find some common grounds, basically. You gotta be the negotiator, especially if you see this video and want to try to help stop these trolls. That's the only way we're gonna do it, is if we remind the other content creators that, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, they're a YouTuber, we're a YouTuber, we're YouTubers. We work on the same platform. We're basically work buddies. And remind them that if they hold this beef against other YouTubers, they're probably not going to enjoy doing YouTube. And that even more sucked because there goes your favorite YouTuber. They're like, ugh. They start changing because, they're getting annoyed and aggravated at someone that's doing the same as them, making YouTube videos. Us YouTubers should have one goal in mind: to entertain as many people as we can. I know we could use a platform for other things like sharing or saving our family photos and family videos, so we got, something to watch in the future as time goes on. But for us YouTubers that want to make a job out of this, we should really view it as we want to entertain all of you. Not just some, not just certain type of you, all of you. Of course, it might seem like, oh, that's easy for me to say or the new creator to say, because the new creator wants to make a little bit of everything for a little bit of everyone. I'm not trying to throw that I'm not trying to push that agenda or nothing like that. I'm just saying, that way, even that, yeah, that is making it or trying to entertain everyone. But that's not why I'm pushing this, this idea. It's more of an idea than an agenda. But it should be an agenda, I think, honestly. And we shouldn't have to entertain the trolls or haters. And through these good communities like mine and other people out there that are even part of this community, their own communities, I see they don't have to really deal with their trolls or haters, because the people that view the viewers they deal with them. It's amazing what one fan could do for a content creator. It really is. And then when you got 100 fans doing that, you can make your favorite content creators happier. I'm worried about this online war, because there's a chance it could become normalized, and that'd be the worst outcome, because that means on every platform, every channel would have an agenda to take out another channel, to get over on top of it, even though they should be working side by side. It's crazy. The crazy thing to me is this: the trolls came up with this idea. They came up with this plan to destroy us with. Not elitist, not like people, not Hollywood. No, trolls. 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 They're able to come up with a mass destruction plan like this. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. Really does. Because if they're willing to do this, a civil war online, what aren't they willing to do? You know? We gotta make sure trolling stays at where it should have been back then, like where you start off, but honestly, it should be considered a taboo. That's what I think. I feel like. Because if it's considered taboo, a lot less people are doing it, and the people that are doing it, you'll know right away. Oh, they're committing a taboo. You know? Obviously, something's going to go wrong on that path. And very bad. That's the way we should view it. That's how we should handle it. Sadly, I'm just one person with very little power. So, it's not like I can make this happen in a day or a week, you know. I could possibly make it happen, but when it comes down to it, like I said, I could possibly make it happen. I can't for sure. This is where you all come into play at your part. And your part is, honestly, you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to sacrifice much for it, and all you're doing really is looking out for your favorite content creators. And bam, you're basically doing what you love already, but just a little bit more. As some of you, and honestly, I don't think some of you are at all really would allow trolling to happen to their favorite content creators. But but yeah, keep that in mind. If you see the trolling really bad, or even if the trolling is at a place where it's not wanted, like in a happy community, then be sure to stick up for the content creators. Look out for them so they can stick around, keep entertaining you all.